Hi guys! So today I want to talk about some things you should never say to somebody who has acne. So number one is just wash your face. We've all heard it. The bottom line is if we all just washed our faces and that was true, we would all have flawless skin. When I had really bad acne, I washed my face twice a day with gentle cleansers, acne cleansers, normal skin cleansers. I tried it all. It doesn't work. Washing your face has so little to do with bad acne breakouts. Like, yeah, if you get a couple of pimples here and there, it might be because you're not washing your face properly or with the right cleanser or whatever the case may be. But if I have a face full of acne, I really don't think that washing my face is going to change it. Number two, stop eating junk food or stop eating greasy food. Not the case. I know a lot of people who are on paleo diets who eat vegan diets and they still have acne because sometimes you're right, it is diet. People have gluten intolerance, milk intolerance. Sometimes people just have a really lousy diet and that can contribute to their acne. However, for some people, diet is not the cause. Diet can help with a couple of pimples, but what about people with, genetic acne? How does their food affect that? Your diet can definitely affect hormonal acne because if you're eating things with a lot of soy in them, it can definitely impact your hormones. But it's not always such a quick fix. Number three, it's just acne, get over it. Studies have shown that acne is a debilitating condition no matter how severe it is. Even people who you see, you're like, oh, your acne is not that bad, get over it. It's bad to them. You're not the one that has to deal with it. They are the ones that look in the mirror and they are the ones who see that society doesn't tolerate imperfections. And something like 20 to 30% of people who have acne actually suffer from a clinically important form of depression or anxiety. So don't tell somebody that has acne, oh, it's not that bad, just get over it. You get over it. It is that bad. It's bad to us because we're the ones that look in the mirror and don't see ourselves. One I really heard when I had acne was, what happened to your face? I mean, it was my brother that said it, but it still hurt because I'm like, oh, my acne is looking better. And then my brother comes over, he's like, oh, what happened to your face? And I got upset and he realized he upset me, but he tried to make light of it. He's like, no, I was seriously concerned for your health. I thought like some allergic reaction. And I mean, it hurt because people saw what I was hoping they didn't see. Some people are nice enough to lie and be like, oh, I didn't even notice you had acne. It's like, you're a liar. Never say that to somebody. We know we have acne. We're not blind. We can see. The same kind of goes for when, you see a dot there. The same thing goes when somebody's like, you have a huge zit on your face. It's like, yeah, I do. Thanks for pointing that out and making this super awkward. Clearly we are aware of what's on our face. I don't know too many people that just get up and go from bed, who don't go brush their teeth in front of a mirror and see what's on their face. We don't need you to call attention to it. We are well aware of what's going on in this vicinity. We've done our best to cover it or hide it or treat it already. We don't need your input. Try proactive. Yeah, heard that one a couple times. Sometimes it's from gentle souls who really want you to get better, and other times it's just from ignorant people. Unfortunately, proactive doesn't work for everybody. If proactive works for you, that's great. It's not something I was willing to put on my face because the moment I stopped using it, I knew that it would break out again. So proactive isn't for everybody. It's a topical solution. Acne needs to be healed from the inside, whether it's through medication or natural remedies. Acne is not going to be healed just by what you put on your face. It won't be. It gets rid of what's already on your face, but it doesn't stop it from coming back up. Stop touching your face. Thanks. If I had known all these years, I just never would have I don't touch my face, ever. I might, wipe my eyes like this, but I don't sit there and poke at every little inch of my face. What if I never touch this space right here? What if I never touch it and I get acne there? Touching your face does spread bacteria. I realize it's coming from a true place, if you're constantly touching your skin, But how do you know? Unless you sit there and physically see somebody picking at their zits, how do you know that they're touching their face? You don't know. You're assuming. And when you assume, you make an out of you and me. There you go. Take that in your back pocket. You'll grow out of it. This is probably something teenagers hear a lot, but on my acne journey, I've found a lot of people who have had acne for like 10 years. It's like, when are they going to grow out of it? Sometimes you don't. And it's true that like typically when you get into like your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you don't see a lot of like 50-year-olds with acne. So it is true that you will probably, for the most part, eventually grow out of it. But I don't know about you, but at 23 years old, I don't want to wait till I'm 50 to have clear skin. So don't just tell me to get over it, I'll grow out of it. Because I grew into it. I grew into acne. Like, anyways, another one I heard was, you should really see a doctor about that. Again, typically people with acne, that's the first thing they do. When they start getting acne, they're like, what the heck? I need to go see a doctor. And that's typically their first step. So don't assume somebody hasn't seen a doctor just because they have acne still. They could be undergoing treatment. They could be waiting for the treatment to work. They could be, you don't know somebody's situation. It's just not nice to tell somebody they need to see a doctor. And something else you don't want to say to somebody is any derogatory term. Like, we don't want to hear, ew, gross, disgusting, that's ugly, like, you're gross, whatever. You know what I mean? I've heard that, especially at the beginning of my journey. I had people commenting on my photos, like, how disgusting my face was. And somebody literally asked me if I had herpes on my face. And, like, I can laugh about it now because it's funny. But it's not. It's like, it's funny to me because of how stupid it is for somebody to ask if I had herpes on my face. But at the time, like, I probably cried about it. Like, I was upset. And that's the kind of stuff that makes having acne difficult. If society didn't hold us to such an unachievable level of perfection, we wouldn't have to feel bad about our acne. We wouldn't have jerk-offs commenting on our photos, making us feel bad. But you know what? At the end of the day, we feel as good as we want to feel. We are what we say we are. And if I say that I'm going to be happy despite my acne, it will happen. If I make a conscious effort to make it happen, it will happen. I can say, oh, I will be happy once I get rid of my acne. That's fine. But what about that time in between? Do you want to be depressed and angry? Like, I realize depression is not something you can control. But for somebody like me who doesn't suffer from any mental illness, I'm making a conscious effort to be upset about my acne. I made a conscious effort to be upset. I'm like, nope, I give up. I'm done with today. I hate myself. I hate my life. I hate my face. I hate my acne. And one day I'm just like, I don't have to do this. I don't suffer from a chemical imbalance where I have no choice. I have a choice, and I'm choosing to be happy despite the hate. There are good people in this world, and I choose to find them, and I choose to see the good in people. And instead of seeing what people say about me as a reflection of myself, I see it as a reflection of them. If somebody says, Samantha, you're ugly, I would be like, I feel terrible for you that you feel the need to judge people based on their appearance. However, if somebody came up to me and was like, Samantha, you're a bad person, like, you kick dogs or something, like, obviously that would be a reflection of who I am as a person. But I mean, I take people's opinions with a grain of salt. If you have a constructive opinion of me, that's great. I'm more than willing to hear it. I value everybody's opinion equally if it's constructive and if it's positive. If somebody has a negative, unconstructive opinion of me, I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Like, I have no value in your opinion. I hold no value in your opinion at all. That being said, if you feel like you are, suffering some psychosocial, psychological implications of acne, you should get help. You shouldn't wait until, you have ridiculous self-esteem issues or until you are clinically depressed, because it takes a lot shorter of a time than you'd think. I went from being a super happy person to being super depressed all the time. because of my acne. Like I said, if we have a predisposition to be depressed, you should see somebody even sooner, because that's not something that you're going to be able to control on your own. You're going to need that help. And I needed help in the sense that I needed emotional support, and I got that. And that is what pulled me out of that dark time. However, like I said, some people that actually have a predisposition to anxiety or depression, they may need medical support in the form of medicine, or they may need, professional support. See a psychiatrist. If you feel like you hate your life because of your acne, you need to see somebody. Because at the end of the day, your self-esteem keeps going down. The more and more you keep hacking away at yourself, your self-esteem is going to keep going down. I firmly believe that I, as a person, have it within myself to heal myself. But not everybody has those tools. Like I said, some people do suffer from depression, and sometimes they don't have the right tools to deal with that in their own way. Sometimes they need those external factors. Also, if you're going to see a doctor or like a dermatologist and they are underplaying your acne or whatnot, you don't have to stand for that. And you shouldn't underplay your acne either. Like, I know when I went to my dermatologist, I was at my wit's end. I was like, I'm done with my acne because, like, my face has just gotten too bad. I lived in denial for so long. I'm like, oh, my acne's not that bad at all. And it was all over my face, and it was pustules, it was nodules, it was all over. And I was underplaying it. And I think that is kind of something that affected my treatment, because he kept giving me antibiotics and I refused to take them because I didn't want to take antibiotics. But he didn't take me seriously, and that was one of my biggest problems. You don't need to stand for that. You need to say, listen, buddy, this is serious. You need to take me seriously right now, and you need to help me help myself. I mean, I can't really think of anything else at this point to say. I hope that, this has opened the eyes of some people who may never have had acne. And if you've said something rude to somebody that's had acne, I hope you'll think twice next time. Because I used to be that person who would be like, oh, what's all over that person's face? But that's why I got acne. To show me that I was being a jerk and I needed to seriously reevaluate how I was acting. And I hope that, this has been a learning experience. So I hope that all of you acne sufferers get the help you need, whether it's psychiatric help or, medical, whatever the case may be. If you choose Western medicine or, some other natural holistic medicine, I hope you get the help you need. Know that I'm here for you.